Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's the Real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of America and to teach the elect. First thing I want to do is give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you brothers pushing this word with truth, sincerity, and with charity. Alright, so I'm going to get straight into it. The scripture's basically going self-explanatory about entering in at the straight gate, the narrow gate, So I'm going to start at Matthew 7. I'm going to start at 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth into destruction. So enter ye in at that straight gate, which is a narrow gate, man. Don't enter it, because the broad is the gate that leads to destruction. So look at all these Muslims. It's all these millions of Muslims. Look at all these people who call themselves church folks. It's millions of people who calling on Jesus, But them that way leadeth into destruction, So people, the Lord, like the scriptures say, 2/3 is gonna be cut off and die. So it's gonna be more that die that make it, So it's gonna be less people that believe. It's like it's gonna be more people that believe than them who don't, So it says because straight is the gate and narrow is the way. So straight is hard, man. Like the scriptures say, and I think it's in Esdras, fire on one side and water on the other. It's so small that only one man can enter in at a time. So we basically playing follow the leader. And Yahushua being that leader that's leading the apostles, and the apostles is leading the other men that through the Spirit woke the apostles woke them men up, and we all following in that line. It says narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So it's not gonna be, 1/3 of 2/3. It's Israelites outnumber everybody, but it's still gonna be a mass number. But it's still gonna be more that don't make it than them who does, And the thing is, everybody is getting warned, and they don't want to turn from their wickedness, like the scripture say in Proverbs, "Turn ye at my reproof," but they're not listening. Like the scripture say, I basically beating you, but you revolt more and more. Why must thou be stricken anymore? I may have butchered it, but Salakia, but Jake steady getting these whoopings and catching hell, but not understanding where that whooping is coming from. And then when the truth is being brought to him, I don't believe in God. Well, you're going to die, but you're going to believe in death. So it says, okay, so I'm going to go to Luke 13:24. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many say unto you will seek to enter in and shall not be able. So it's going to be a lot of people who want to enter in at this straight gate, but they're not going to be able. And that's talking about people, the so-called Israelite community, and that's mainly because they don't want to follow the leader, man. You don't want to take orders from a man, but that man was sent by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Clearly we understand that in reincarnation, because Yahushua clearly called John the Baptist Elijah, that he was Elijah. So you don't know what manner of men, and what did John the Baptist do? He paved the way for Yahushua. And he had men that was following him. So how much more the men that we have as examples that's walking this path, that's leading us in the correct way, in that straight gate, catching hell, you know what I mean, being persecuted, being hated by everybody, not only Israel, not only Esau, but our own damn family, man. We're outcasts. And that's part of that straight gate, man, that hard place, you know. It says, whence once the master of the house is risen up and has shut the door, and ye begin to stand without and knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open it to us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know not whence ye are. Then shall ye begin to say, we have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. So basically, we taught, man. We was out there teaching. We was doing this. We was doing that. Basically trying to justify yourself. But you know what's going to happen? You did all of that, but didn't understand charity. You did all of that. You was out and you taught and you did all of that, but you didn't understand obedience. You did all of that and you couldn't do the things. Some little may keep you from getting into the kingdom. So you got to always be mindful, you know, of what you're doing. Like the scriptures say, examine thyself to see if thou be in the faith or not. You know? It says, but he shall answer and say, I tell you, I know not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. You know, because whole time you was either being a hypocrite, leaning into your own understanding. You know, it don't look. It's about Yahweh Shema Shai, who he's called. You know, he called us to do this work. Do this work, man. Do this work, man. Ain't no greasing out these scriptures, man. Period. Ain't no way around it. But you can't humble down to that, and that may keep you from entering in at that straight gate. So you got to always be humble, you know. You don't want to be in Pastor Pork Chop, you know, like look at Nate. He's basically a Baptist Israelite. He has a choir and they sing and they have these big events. I mean, that's a damn church, man. As far as Pastor Pork Chop, it's a damn church, man. They just know they Israelites, man. They not even calling on Yahweh Shema Shai. Like the scriptures say, let the blind lead the blind, and they both let the leaders of blind lead the blind, and they both shall fall into the ditch. That's that broad way. You know? For one, what's your persecution? Where's the hate coming to you? It's not happening. It's indications in these scriptures of where you know you're doing the right thing or not. You know? And it says in verse 28, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. It said, when ye shall see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of the Most High, and you yourself thrust out. You know, so basically you're gonna be getting that hellfire, man. Them nukes, man. You ain't gonna be in that first round draft pick. You know? You're gonna be without, on fire. You ain't gonna have that chance to sit with on the first go round, man. Everlasting shame and contempt, man. All because of you didn't want to be humble. All because you didn't want to humble to the fact when the scriptures was coming out. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. There's no in between. That's why the scriptures say, let your yea be yea, your nay be nay. There's no in between. You either with it or you ain't. You know? So with that, all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you brothers pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. Shalom.